Today we're making wire Zodiac sign charms inspired by the 10-day wire charm bracelet making challenge. What you're going to need is 20 gauge wire, some seed beads, and your tools. For the Aquarius, we're going to start in the center of about a 5 or 6 inch piece of wire. Use our fine round nose pliers and make a little bend. And then we're going to do a wave formation using the ends of these round pliers. I will link up all my tools in the description below. So we're going to do our little wave, up and down, up and down. And then what we want to do is take our tweezer nose pliers and bend the wire straight up on one end. So it's a sharp bend, sticking straight up, and then the same on the other side. Just bend it to the back, straight up, give it a little pinch to make sure it's pinched in a little bit, and then take your round pliers again and bring the wire back in towards the center in that wave formation. We're just echoing the first wave. Flip it around and do the other side. Try to make it as similar as you can to the first wave. We just want a double row of waves. So back and forth, make sure your round nose pliers have a fine tip. And then we are going to take our flat pliers and bend one of the wires to the back in the center. And then get the other wire, help it with the pliers, and make a little curve so it winds around the bent wire. And then we're just going to hold it as we turn that end around and clip it flush. And pinch it in with the flat pliers. So do adjustments that you need. Stick on a little seed bead. Clip the end to 3/8 to 1/2 inch. With our flush cutters, get our round pliers, bend it back and around to form a loop at the top. And there's your Aquarius charm. So for the Pisces, we are going to curve the wire just about 1 inch and a bit from the end, and then get our flat pliers and bend it to the back. Make a nice sharp bend. Pinch it. And then get our round pliers, hold the end, and curve it around a little bit. And then get our flat pliers and push that wire straight out to the side. Make a nice sharp bend. And then get those tweezer nose pliers in there so you could do another bend to bend it straight across the front. And then straight back on the other side. And then push the wire straight down. Tweezer nose pliers are great for this. I will link them in the description below. Hold the side and curve it out. And then get your flat pliers again, hold the wire, and bend it to the back. Pinch it a little bit. Adjust it. Hold the wire and curve it out. And then take the end, the flat pliers again, bend it to the back, bring it in towards the middle, curving it down, hold it with the flat pliers and bend it straight across. And then hold it again and bend the wire straight up. And now hold both wires with the flat pliers and bend the back one all the way around and clip it. Give it a little pinch, stick a bead on there, clip it to 3/8 to 1/2 inch, and get your round pliers, bend it back and around to form the loop at the top. And there's your Pisces charm. So for the Aries, we are going to bend the wire in the middle. I'm always using 20 gauge wire for these. You'll need between 4 and 6 inches depending on the complexity of the designs. Hold both wires with the round pliers and bend the wires out to either side to make the curves. These are slightly larger round nose pliers. You can also use the 6-step looping pliers from Beadsmith. So take your tweezer nose pliers, hold the wire, and bend it straight back. Pinch it, and do the same on the other side. Hold it, bend the wire straight back, and pinch it. Pinch it more with the pliers if you need, and get the round pliers again and curve it, following the curve you did previously. And then take your fine round nose pliers and bend the wire straight up the center. Curve the other side, bend it out, and then hold it snugly so it doesn't slip, and bend that one end around to secure it. Clip the end flush with your flush cutters. Stick on a little bead. Cut the end to 3/8 to 1/2 inch. And take the round nose pliers, bend it out and around to form the loop. Adjust it, and there's your Aries charm. So for Taurus, we are going to start with a loop in the middle. So I'm using my larger round nose pliers to make a loop. Take your smaller round nose pliers and bend the wire up for the horn. Flip it around and bend it up on the other side, and then bend them out on both sides. So get your tweezer nose pliers to make a sharp bend to the back, and then follow that curve using your round nose pliers and bring the wire straight up in the center. And we'll do the same on the other side, bend it to the back. Get your round nose pliers to bend it down and across. Hold it snugly, bend one end around, clip it with your flush cutters, stick on a seed bead, cut the end to 3/8 to 1/2 inch, take your round pliers, bend it out and around to finish the loop. Adjust it with the flat pliers, and there's your Taurus charm. So for Gemini, we are going to get our flat pliers to bend the wire and then curve it down a little bit, and then bend it back on itself, pinch it, hold it with the round pliers, and curve it around to make the bottom bar. And then we'll take our flat pliers, bend it to the back, pinch it in, and hold it with the round pliers, curve it, and tweezer nose pliers again to bend it straight up. So make sure the two wires are going straight up. And then we want to bend it out and curve it up this time. Take your tweezer nose pliers and bend the wire to the front. Pinch it, round nose pliers to curve that top bar, and then the tweezer nose pliers to bend the wire to the back. Give it a good little pinch. And then take your flat nose pliers, adjust it as you need, and then twist that end around as we've done before, just to finish off one of the wires. Clip it, pinch it, do any adjustments you need, and stick on a seed bead. Clip the end to 3/8 to 1/2 inch. Make your loop at the top, bend it out and around. Adjust it, and there's your Gemini charm. So for the Cancer charm, we are going to start with our round nose pliers, the larger ones, and make a decent sized loop. Depends on how big you want your charms to be. You can also make these as earrings or pendants. So curve it around. Just adjust it with your fingers and the pliers. And then take the tweezer nose pliers and bend that wire to the back. Give it a good little pinch. Hold it with the round pliers and follow that curve back to the loop. So now curve out the other wire. Adjust it. And then we need to make another loop on the other side. So just position it as you wish and make another loop the same size as your first one. And we're going to bend the wire around, and then we want it to go straight up using the small round nose pliers for this. And now curve out that other wire on the back, bring it to the center point, hold it snugly so it doesn't slip, and twist it around, clip it flush, pinch it down. Now we'll stick on our seed bead, clip it to 3/8 to 1/2 inch, and do our loop. Bend it out and around. And there's our Cancer charm. So for Leo, we are going to, again, start with the larger round pliers to make our loop. Just make a little circle, curve out the wire on the top and bring it around. Wiggle it as you need to make it the right position. Bring it around and then bend it out with the round pliers to make a little hook at the bottom. Now get your flat pliers to bend it back, and then hold it with the round pliers and bend it back on itself, just following that curve around to the center top. Hold both wires with your flat pliers and bring the wire all the way around to hold it in place. Bend it straight up, put on our seed bead, clip it to 3/8 to 1/2 inch. Take the round pliers, bend it out and around to form the loop. Pinch it flat, and there is your Leo charm. So for Virgo, we are going to make a small loop at the top, and then take the flat pliers, bend that wire back, sharp bend, pinch it if you need to, and then we're going to form the M-like formation. So just curve it around, or use your flat pliers if you want a more sharp bends at the top. So make a kind of an M, bring it down, curve it out with your thumb. Now get the flat pliers and bend it. Give it a good pinch. We bent it to the front. Hold it with your flat pliers and then bring it around with the round pliers because we want to make a loop there. So bring it around in a little loop. I will link up all the templates in the description below. We're going to put on a little seed bead here. You can get creative of where you want to put your beads. Do a full twist around, pinch it so that holds in place, and then get your flat pliers and bend that end to the back. And then we're going to clip it with the flush cutters We just want that little end to be finished. Pinch it so it's not pokey. And there's Virgo. So for Libra, we are going to bend it in a sharp bend with our flat pliers or tweezer nose pliers, and then bend one end up. And then for the bottom bar, we're going to bend it to the back again, and get our round pliers and bend it straight up and then out. We want two parallel lines, so we're going to bend out the other side towards the outside and get our tweezer nose pliers and now bend it back in. And then get in there with our pliers and bend it up. Same on the other side. Just bend it to make a sharp bend so we have two parallel lines. And bend the wire up. So that's our starting point. And then we want to bend the wires out more on an angle. And we're going to form a little curve above those two lines. So bring it over with your round pliers. Adjust it using your smaller pliers if you need. And then bend one of the wires straight up. Now form the little loop on the other side and make sure it forms sort of a curve, and then hold it snugly so it doesn't slip and bend that end around. Clip it flush and pinch it in. Put on your seed bead. Clip it to 3/8 to 1/2 inch. Bend the wire out and around with your round pliers. Adjust it, and there's your Libra. So for Scorpio, it's a lot like the M we did previously. Bring the end around into a loop with the small round pliers and bend the wire to the back. Pinch it so it's nice and snug, and then make little curved loops at the top for this M, and then take the flat pliers to make a sharp bend, bring it up, and again with the round pliers to bring it down and curve it around. We're going to form the arrow, but we're just going to curve it around there. Adjust it as you need. You could put a seed bead on here, and then forming the arrow, we're going to use our flat pliers to make a sharp bend at an angle, and then bend the wire to the front, give it a pinch, and flip it, and then make the other side of the arrow, bend it down, flip it, and then we're going to bend the other end to the back to finish it off. Pinch it, clip that little end flush, and pinch it in. And adjust it, and there's your Scorpio charm. So for Sagittarius, that's my horoscope sign, we are going to bend the wire and give it a little pinch to make a sharp bend. So we're going to do the little line across the bottom of the arrow. So bend it out, flip it, and then using your tweezer nose pliers, bring the wire to the front and then the back. So we have a little line across there. Now bend the wire straight up behind the first wire. And then take your flat pliers, and we're going to form a arrow. So bend it at an angle as we did previously. Push the wire to the front, give it a good little push so it's a sharp bend, and then in the center bend it down at the same angle, and then we're going to bend the other wire behind it at the same angle. So they're both wires are one underneath another, and we're going to bend one of them straight up And then the back wire, we're going to hold them with our pliers and bend the back wire around. And then we will clip it, flush, pinch it in. Now we could put on our seed bead, clip the wire to 3/8 to 1/2 inch, and get our round pliers, bend it out and around to form the loop. Pinch it down with the flat pliers, and there is our Sagittarius. So for Capricorn, it kind of looks like the letter N, so we're going to start with our loop at the top as we did before. Bring the wire down, and then with the tweezer nose pliers, we're going to bend it in a nice sharp bend to the front. Give it a little pinch. Make sure it's nice and tightly in there. Do any adjustments, curve it out a little bit. And then we're going to make one of those little more sharp bends for the end. You can use a round pliers or your flat. And now we're going to curve it out with the round pliers. We're actually making a little loop. And then we're going to curve it to the left, stick a seed bead on there, and then get our tweezer nose pliers, bend this end to the back, pinch it, clip it flush, and then pinch that little pokey end in. Do any adjustments you need. And there's Capricorn. I'll link up the tutorial for the charm bracelet in the description below. You can add your charms with your own jump rings. And there you have all the zodiac signs. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. And if you'd like to share photos of your wire art and jewelry, be sure to join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wedding cake toppers and funky jewelry. I also have a mailing list, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.